She was the underdog. She carried an 0-11 record against Czech players. But tonight, everything changed. Alexandra Eala didn't just win. She tore the script apart at the Miami Open. And the tennis world? Absolutely stunned. Welcome back, everyone. If you love tennis, if you love witnessing history unfold in real time, then what happened today at Hard Rock Stadium is exactly why you watch this sport. Because this wasn't just another match. This was one of the most electrifying, emotional, and jaw-dropping upsets of the 2026 WTA season. 20 years old, world number 31, carrying the weight of a nation. Eala walked onto that court and did something almost nobody, not even her most loyal supporters, truly believed would happen. She defeated Karolina Muchová. She ended the curse. She changed the narrative. And she sent the entire stadium into chaos. Why this was so special to understand the magnitude of this moment, you have to understand the pressure. You have to understand the history. You have to understand her journey. Alexandra Eala was born on May 23, 2005, in Manila. She grew up in a country passionate about sports, a nation always searching for global icons who can stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in the world. But tennis? That was different. For years, it wasn't a stage where the Philippines consistently made noise. Then came Eala. She changed that. Step by step. Win by win. Moment by moment. And now we arrive back in Miami. The same tournament where her breakthrough story first captured the world's attention. But this time, this wasn't about surprise. This was about proof. Because what she did today wasn't just about winning a match. It was about breaking a pattern, breaking a barrier, breaking through to the next level. And trust me, we're about to break down exactly how she did it, point by point, moment by moment. Because this performance, it deserves a deep dive. Following a stunning 2025 campaign, Alexandra Eala returned to Miami with eyes set on proving she belonged among the elite. Just 12 months ago, as a teenager, she shocked the tennis world by reaching the semifinals, including a quarterfinal win over then world number 2 Iga Swiatek. For most players, that would be a career-defining moment. For Eala, it was only the beginning. Coming into 2026 Miami this year, Eala entered with serious momentum, 14-7 win-loss record for the 2026 season, quarterfinal finishes in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, a ranking climb to number 29 in the world, seeded 31st. She wasn't just a wild card. She was a rising force to be reckoned with. Road to the round of 16 after a first-round bye, Eala faced Laura Siegemund in the round of 64. Three-set victory, 6-7, 6-3, 6-3. The match was a lesson in mental resilience. After dropping the first set in a tiebreak, Eala stayed calm, recalibrated, and took command in the next two. Next came the round of 32, a rematch against Polish veteran Magda Linette, who had just upset second seed Swiatek. Eala won 6-3, 7-6, 2, in 1 hour 48 minutes. From a tennis standpoint, this was controlled aggression at its finest. Opening set. Classic baseline chess match, with both players holding serve through the first 7 games. Eala broke, held, and closed the set with authority. Second set. Linette raised her level, winning 73% of first serve points and pressuring Eala on returns. Eala found herself trailing 4-5, facing the possibility of a decider. Instead of panicking, she relied on her strengths, depth and placement, patience, and court positioning, superior second serve efficiency. Winning 76% of points, she then dominated the tiebreak 7-2, closing the match with poise and precision. The takeaway: every match Eala plays is a statement. She doesn't just compete, she adapts, studies, and executes under pressure. From a teenage prodigy shocking the world to a top 30 contender handling veteran opposition with clinical authority, this Miami Open run is proof that Alexandra Eala is no longer a rising star. She's a legitimate force on the WTA Tour. That dominant performance against Magda Linette set up what everyone was calling the ultimate test, the round of 16 clash against Karolina Muchová. And let's be clear, Muchova is no ordinary opponent. At 29 years old, she sits at world number 14, with a career-high ranking of number 8 in 2023. She has been a consistent force on tour, highlighted by her runner-up finish at the 2023 French Open, where she fell only to Iga Swiatek. Muchova's game is a nightmare for even the best players. Elegant, unpredictable, creative, and technically flawless. Coming into 2026 this season, Muchova had already made waves. 16 wins in her first 19 matches, captured her first WTA 1000 title in Doha at the Qatar Open, defeating Victoria Bu in the final. She wasn't just in form, she was peaking at exactly the right moment, riding a wave of confidence that made her one of the most dangerous players in the draw. Unlike Linette's rhythm-based baseline game, Muchova thrives on disruption. Mixing spins, slices, and drop shots, frequent net approaches, forcing opponents out of rhythm, creating uncomfortable decisions at every turn for Eala, whose game is built on control, baseline aggression, and consistent depth. This represented a completely different challenge. The dark cloud, the Czech curse, then there was the stat looming over everything: 0-11 against Czech opponents. 12 WTA matches. 12 losses. The most recent one? Just 2 weeks earlier at Indian Wells, where world number 13 Linda Noskova dismantled Eala 6-2, 6-0. A brutal, humbling scoreline. The kind that shakes less resilient athletes. But Eala? She kept her composure, kept her focus, kept moving forward. Eala's mindset before the match asked about facing Muchova. She was candid but confident. She's obviously a great player and is doing really well. A couple of years back, I watched one of her finals, and I was really impressed. She didn't shy away. She didn't overpromise. She simply acknowledged the challenge and prepared to meet it head-on. This was more than a round of 16 match. This was a chance to rewrite history, because one young Filipina had the skill, the focus, and the belief to finally break the Czech curse. That's the mindset of a champion. No arrogance. No excuses. Just respect for the challenge and belief in herself. When Alexandra Eala stepped onto the court at Hard Rock Stadium, the atmosphere was electric. Filipino flags everywhere, chants echoing through the stands. Fans in Manila and across the world glued to their screens. This wasn't just a match. It was a moment. The battle begins from the very first point. Karolina Muchová showed exactly why she's one of the most dangerous players on tour. Razor-sharp slice backhands, disguised drop shots, confident net play, she came out in control. The odds favored her. The rankings favored her. History favored her. Everything pointed in one direction. But then, the shift. Eala had other plans. Point by point, game by game, she started to settle. Her movement elite. Her court coverage relentless. Her ground strokes heavy, deep, and controlled. She began pushing Muchova back, taking time away, flipping the dynamic, and most importantly, she stayed composed. Even when the pressure peaked, she never cracked. The crowd becomes a factor with every rally. The energy grew. Every winner from Eala, an explosion of noise. Every extended rally, collective gasps. The crowd didn't just watch, they felt every point. And Eala fed off it. The moment everything changed, then came the final point. The breakthrough. The release. Eala closed it. She defeated Muchova. She ended the curse. 0-11 became history. And the stadium? It erupted. More than a win, this wasn't just an upset. This was a moment bigger than tennis. A moment that will live in Philippine sports history. Because what Eala did was prove something powerful. She belongs here. A new era on the WTA Tour. Zoom out, and this result means even more. The WTA Tour is evolving. Young stars like Mira Andreeva and Victoria Azarenka continue to shape the competition in different ways. But now, Eala is part of that conversation. A player from a rising tennis nation. A player breaking barriers. A player changing expectations. What this means for her season before this match, Eala was already building momentum. Quarterfinals in Abu Dhabi, quarterfinals in Dubai, round of 16 at Indian Wells, consistent. Impressive. But there was still a ceiling. A barrier against the elite. Today changed that. This win didn't just break a streak. It shattered a limit. Because beating a player like Muchova in this environment is proof of something bigger. Eala can win at the highest level, the personal side, and this one meant more. For a player who is spoken about, the pressure of representing a nation, the sacrifices of a life on tour, the loneliness behind the spotlight, this wasn't just about points or prize money. This was validation. Every sacrifice, every hour, every doubt, worth it. What comes next? Now she's back in the quarterfinals of the Miami Open for the second straight year. Last year, she went all the way to the semifinals. This year, the question is simple. How far can she go? Final word, the draw is still loaded. The competition is still fierce. But if today proved anything, it's this. Alexandra Eala is no longer just a rising star. She's a real force. The Philippines has its tennis icon. The world has a new contender. And the Miami Open just got a whole lot more interesting next.